Hi, this is Bill McGuire from Tutor One. Just a short session on one of the most useful and simple to use things that you'll find on the internet. And you've already heard of it almost for sure. You've already probably used it. But nevertheless, just in case you haven't, it's called the Google search. Everybody's heard of Google. In fact, Google is a word in the dictionary now. So let's go to Start. We're going to left click on Start. We're going to go up to Firefox, which is one of your browsers. We're going to double click on Firefox. It's going to take some time. Don't panic. Sometimes your computer is a lot faster than your finger, as I've mentioned before. That little hourglass that's flipping around and around just tells you that the computer is doing something. There we go. Firefox actually takes a little bit of time to load. It's a little more intensive in its use of your computer resources than Chrome, which is why I use Google Chrome as a browser quite a bit. But since most of you will be using Internet Explorer or Firefox, that's what we're using right now. Now, if you look up at the top right-hand corner, you'll see the Google box. If you left-click on the Google box, that places your cursor there. This is really, really useful for just about anything. Have you got homework? I don't know. What's your homework going to be on? Social studies, study of Egypt, ancient history. Let's see. There we go. And I have a lot of information I can check out to find out about. Some of these sites will about Egypt, ancient Egypt. Some of these sites will be really useful to me. Some of them will be useless, but the nice thing about it is I can click through them fairly quickly and find out things. Here's another nice thing about Google. See at the top of my search page, it says web, images, videos, maps, news, groups, Gmail, more. Suppose I'm looking for a picture of something. Suppose I've got a project that I'm preparing. I need pictures on Egypt, so I click on images. Now we've got literally thousands and thousands of images. Now these images I can very easily download and copy onto my computer and use in various programs, which we haven't really talked about. So all I'm going to tell you right now is that I'm going to right-click on this picture of a pyramid. It says copy image. If I hit copy image, I've now saved that image in my rapid access memory, and I have, or saved it somewhere anyway, and I have the ability to copy it to somewhere else on my computer. But we're not going to go into that, but here's where you can find the pictures. Company's coming tonight, and you're bored with all your old recipes, so you want to find the best recipe for pumpkin pie. So you just enter that into your Google search box, hit search images. Whoops, you don't want images, you want web, because you're looking for a recipe. So you're going to move your cursor over top of web, you're going to single left click on it, and there you have it. Now, if you're an experienced cook, you can probably click through a few of those and find out which one's the best. But even if you're not experienced, the way Google works is that sites which have been searched the most often, this is a simplification, but sites that have been searched the most often come up at the top of the listing. So the odds are pretty good that any of the recipes on the first page are pretty darn good recipes, because lots and lots of people have used them. If they use them once and they're not very good recipes, they're not going to come back to the page. Okay, so that's not necessarily the case, but it's most often the case. And the Google search can be used for just about anything you want. You're a little weak on spelling, and you don't know how to spell precipitate. For example, that's definitely not even close to precipitate. But I hit search, and guess what? Google found out that precipitate was one of the words I might have been talking about, and it spelled it correctly for me. Okay, there's precipitate. Good. I got that. I clicked on that. Now I've got a whole bunch of stuff on precipitate. Well, the problem is I don't really know what precipitate means. So I can just put precipitate definition. Precipitate definition. There we go. And there I have definitions. I can click on it. It's a lot faster than paging through the dictionary, I can tell you. Okay, weather reports. I don't know, what's the weather in St. John, Newfoundland? Well, there's a little précis, a little summary of it, and I can go into more depth there. And whatever your local town is, you can do the same thing. Okay, you find out the weather, and you can get very up-to-date information through this as well. What else? Suppose you're using that recipe that you downloaded a little earlier, and everything was in grams or cups. Okay, hang on a second here. Okay, let's suppose that that recipe we downloaded has measurements in milliliters, and I'm familiar with cups. All I know is cups, because I've grown up using cups. So what's 1 cup when they give me 250 mils? You probably know that because it's already on your measuring spoon, but maybe not. Maybe there's smaller amounts. So let's put in 250 mils, 2 cups. Let's see what we get. Metric equivalents. There we go, 250 mils. Cooking conversions. 1 cup equals 250 mils. Okay, so those are convenient for cups. I can also probably even get, depending on what it is, I can actually get something where I can put in a metric converter. Oh, there we go. I can convert, somebody tells me Fahrenheit, 80 degrees Fahrenheit, convert 26.6 degrees centigrade. There we go. Lots of things you can do with Google search. Final one is we want to look for programs. So we want to look for a free whiteboard program. Now remember, I warned you about downloading free programs. And there's a lot of different ones in here. It gives me some choices. Okay. Again, be very careful about that. If you find one that looks good, Google it again and find out whether or not there's good information about it. Okay. I'm going to just click on this one, free 2.0 download. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I'm interested in any of those. So anyway, that's Google for today, and we'll talk to you soon. This is Bill McGuire from Tutor One.